Take five. What's up, people of God? This is Mama Chris. And the people of God would like to know, how is it that I'm able to love people in spite of what the devil wants me to believe about them, that they don't love me? Okay? And the reason why is because my love is genuine. I don't do fake love, I do real love. Real love sticks around. Okay? Real love sticks around. Real love is dedicated. Real love don't just die because of a hiccup or a bump in the road. Real love just don't die because of your shortcomings. Okay? When you really love somebody, you're willing to put in the work. Wherever you fall short, I'm willing to stand in the gap. Real love tries to understand and even make excuses. This is why when you're in a friendship or you're in a relationship, let's say friendship, and you have a situation happen between you and your friend, and they just stop talking to you, they don't care to have that heart to heart conversation and figure out where we went wrong, they never loved you. That was always your enemy. Because people who really love you want to figure out how to make your situation better. Love is complicated, and the devil has made it that way. I know, even in saying that, love is complicated, and the devil has made it that way. He wants us to be confused because he just wants us to give up on love. But the thing is, for me, is somehow I know genuine love when I see it. When you look at situations, it never really adds up when they do something off. It's almost like there's something in me that knows that that's not you. Darn you. You understand? That ain't what my spirit tells me about you. That ain't how my spirit resonates with your spirit. This is not you. This is not your behavior. So I'm going to take one for the team. I'm going to deal with that. Because in relationships, you have to be 50-50. Okay? That means that you're willing to put in the work. You're willing to meet the person halfway. Loving the person in spite of what people trying to show you is not being weak-minded. When that situation happened between me and my mommy and my daddy, let me repeat the situation just to make it clear for this video purpose. When I was a teenager, our neighbor, a grown ass man, touched my hip, okay? And I told my mom about it. And then I told her that I would let my daddy know. When I called my daddy on the phone, he was very upset. He got all riled up and he was very upset. It was a genuine reaction. And he said that he would come and deal with it, but he never came. Okay? And in my last video, I explained that God has revealed to me that it was a setup for me to feel as if my daddy don't love me, to feel as if I'm not loved. This is the job of satanic worker. Okay? The satanic worker in this predicament was my mom. Because I remember her saying, and you say you could let your daddy deal with it, right? And your daddy, you say you could let him deal with it, right? The people of God want to know, how come I still love him in spite of? I still love him in spite of because I heard how he felt about it. As a child, I thought about it and I was like, maybe he didn't want to get into that confrontation because trouble is easy to get into and hard to get out. I understand wanting to keep the peace. Okay? Maybe he thought about it and maybe he realized this is what was my thinking process as a child. Because this is what you do for people you love. Call it make excuses. But that is just what you do for people you love. I was like, maybe he realized that, if he come down here and get in a fight, he wouldn't want to do that. And I accepted that. And that was enough for me at that time. You understand? Usually, I'm a tough person. And I always had a mentality, and I still have that mentality today, is that I could take care of myself. I ain't weak. I ain't an invalid. I ain't them type of desperate. You know what'll probably really make me heartbroken? If I had that victim mentality. You understand what I said? That desperate need to be saved by someone, and oh, he didn't come and save me. You know why that didn't break me? Because I'm strong. I'm a strong person. I know that if push come to shove and I really don't like something or however, I can deal with that. I can handle that. You understand what I saying? I can handle that. I can bust your ass or I can call the flicking police, whichever one comes up first. I am always willing to protect myself. So so that didn't leave me so broken because I just figured he was doing what was best to keep him safe ultimately, to keep the peace. Can't go against keeping the peace. Long story short, the man never touched me again anyway. So that was that. And a spiritual realm brought my kingdom spouse up. Okay? And they was asking, well, how you love Michael? How you continue to love Michael? Because, like I say, your spirit resonates with a person's spirit. I just know, you know? Sometimes people actions speak. I don't even know how to say it. I was gonna say sometimes people actions speak contrary to how they feel. And they say actions speak louder than words. But not in this twisted world, upside down world, where people are imprisoned and in bondage and have to listen to the wicked elites out of fear. Sometimes it takes that inner bond that you can't see that resonates because you know the essence of a person, you know the attributes of a person. This is not you. I know who you are. Okay, it just I can't explain it to y'all, people of God. Mom, I I'm the daughter of a king. I'm the daughter of the Most High God, and my God in heaven ain't raised no fool. Let's just put it like that. And I'll chop it all up to saying I love people in spite of their shortcomings. Even though you might not have been able to be there for me at a certain time, or things didn't play out the way I might have liked it to play out, that don't move my love or shake my love. My love is firm. When it comes to my kingdom spouse, my love is definitely firm for him because he gave me something he brought something to the table that I've never experienced before, that I think that is worth fighting for. Not to mention that Satan system is fighting against me to have something so simple as a little relationship. That's even more power and motivation as of today. But in the past, when we were talking, right? Because everybody have their voids from whatever traumas in their life. Me not having my daddy in my life the way I deserved created voids in my life that when Michael came in, he started to fill them. It was a breath of fresh air to have somebody who you feel is responsible enough to lead you and guide you. Okay? The little he did wonders for me. The little he did made me grow. I feel like that one scenario where he talked to me about keeping the peace, you know, it made me grow. And me backing out of a whole war, a whole battle, and not having to deal with, and not having to lick my wounds, not having to lick spiritual wounds, made me feel safe. He wasn't there. He wasn't on the island, but it's his guidance that secured me and made me feel safe. Made me live to fight another day. He added to my life. That's adding value. He added value to my life. On the other hand, I was in a relationship, in a marriage where I was committed, but this nigga was only digging holes to me, making me worse, making me less of the person that I was called to be. I feel like in a relationship, you gotta be 50-50. You gotta be able to meet a person halfway with their shortcomings, but I feel like the relationship was all of me and none of him. I'm talking about my ex-husband. All of me and none of him. And truth be told is it it's not his fault. It I don't feel it like it was necessarily my ex's fault that he just couldn't be what I needed him to be because we weren't compatible. He might have been trying. And that's when you realize that you're just in a place where you don't belong. I need different things. Because of my past traumas and my life experience, I need different things to make me feel whole. Things that he couldn't provide. And as soon as I got a whim of of feeling whole, I wasn't letting that go. And I still ain't letting that go. This is why the Bible says that love, true love, is long suffering. Long suffering because you're not going to be allowed to love. You're not going to be allowed to have that love in Satan's system. So you gotta, love is long suffering. You gotta wait. You gotta wait on the Lord. And anything that requires you to wait on God will always be worth it, will always surpass your expectations. So I'm waiting on the Lord. And I just want to say to the people of God, I don't want the people of God to feel deprived anymore. Wake up and smell the coffee, people of God. This is not our system. This is Satan's system and satanic people's system. So when you see satanic people, when you see the wicked getting ahead, don't be jealous. Don't be envious. Don't feel deprived. Don't feel cheated. Sit small until your name called, until your time comes. Because those people who have their wicked privileges have their privileges because they paid their portion. Uh, they made their donation to this evil world that we're living in today. A world that promotes crime, evilness, hurts children, and etc. They paid their price and they used their hands that God gave them to have their hand mixed up in the evil works of bringing havoc to God's world. They played their part in messing up God's world. They literally did the work. So let them have their privileges, their wicked privileges. The world that have poverty, children out there starving, whatever. They played their part in that. Children being orphans, children, parents dying and shit. They played their part in that. AKA my ex-husband willing to kill his wife because he can't have his way. And the thing about it is these people is do this shit for the simplest of things. My ex-husband willing to use satanic system to kill the mother of his child because she don't no longer wants to be with him because she is unhappy and she don't want to be with him no more. So he want to use satanic system to kill me and leave my children motherless. Meanwhile, he have a daughter and he wouldn't want when his daughter grow up and she decides that she don't want to be in a relationship with her spouse, he wouldn't want his daughter's husband have the power to say have her killed just because she don't want to be with him anymore. If his daughter have children with a man, he wouldn't want a man to take her life and to take her away from her children, all because she don't want to be with him anymore. So when y'all see these wicked ass people getting their wicked advantages, they have their advantages for a reason. So let them go first. Let them cut in. Let them get the special this and the special parking and all the privileges in Satan world because Jesus saves and Satan's system is coming to an end. Need I say more, or do you get the point? These are the people who happy with imprisoning another man spiritually, putting another man in bondage, to make him do things that he don't want to do. AKA, for example, my daddy. Whereas he couldn't show up for his daughter the way he wanted to because the wicked have him in bondage. The wicked who trying to make a little girl believe that her daddy don't love her. Let them have their time. Because they can pay a pretty penny for it. They have a big price to pay for the disaster they brought upon this earth.
You're sitting here and you're dead fucking broke, but you're actually extremely nice. You are more a winner to me than someone who has $1 million in their bank account. I know unlimited millionaires who are straight pieces of shit. I respect them zero. Please stop putting other people on a pedestal. For what? They made more money than you? They're more attractive than you? Like more people think they're cool? It's not fucking high school anymore. Stop putting other people on a pedestal and start putting yourself on a pedestal. And let me tell you why. Because you can choose what to put yourself on a pedestal of.
And that's on Team God.
Let love go viral. People keep fighting for true love. Let love go viral in our world today. Let love go viral in our world today. Not let power hungry ass people go viral. Let that come to an end and let love go viral in our world today.
When the power of love beats in the love of power, the world knows peace.